Hey Taurus, how are you doing? This reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Keep in mind, this is a general read. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. What is going on with the fabulous and most magical Tauruses? What do you need to know? What do you need to see for your highest good? Present time, Judgment, Major Arcana 4, Scorpio. What's coming towards you? The Knight of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. What you are focused on is the Six of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. In your blockage is the Five of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And your outcome is the Five of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Okay, Taurus, let's clarify this and find out what is going on. Present time, you have Judgment, and Judgment is about release and let go of the grip. Let bygones be bygones. This is also about getting out of choppy waters into more smoother sailings. Again, releasing and letting go and expanding your mind, expanding your awareness. This is also the Phoenix, rising above some kind of situation, letting bygones be bygones, not pointing fingers. He said, she said, they did this, nothing like that. I'm also getting something about cleansing and purifying. With that Judgment card, it's about surrender the pressure, be more kind, gentle, and soft with yourself. I'm also getting an element of the crabs in the bucket. Now, as you are rising above and climbing out of the bucket, there is an energy that is in friction or competition with you that is trying to pull you back down into a dynamic, but don't take the bait. I'm also getting a little bit of blaming and shaming or feeling guilty for moving on, moving forward. What is this? Judgment? A review and a reassessment. And the Eight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Well, the Eight of Swords is self-imposed prison. I'm stuck, tied, trapped, and limited. But there is also something about surrender the thoughts. Not all the thoughts that you think are actually real. Eight of Swords is also, I'm stuck. But it's telling you to rise beyond some kind of thought pattern. So these are looping thoughts, or a person is trying to grip and hold on to you in some kind of commitment connection. You've thought about this a lot. This isn't something that you haven't thought about. And you feel a little bit guilty. Or somebody is making you feel guilty. So the more and more this person blames or shames or projects onto you, the more and more you feel stuck. So with this Knight of Pentacles is about crossing your T's, dotting your I's. You also might have somebody around you who's your right-hand man, your right-hand woman, a good investment. Knight of Pentacles can also be my all work and no play, makes Johnny a dull boy. So there might be something about needing to surrender and let go and go play and have fun. But you almost feel guilty because you want to do something at work or whatever it is that you're working on. Knight of Pentacles is about slow and steady, diligent, hard work. And this is the knight that makes it over the finish line. So there is something about finish what you have started. Knight of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups. Well, it's very clear here that you are bored with some kind of commitment or connection or even a situation here. Because the Four of Cups is about emotionally withdrawn. The milk has expired, the milk has curdled. It means you've overstayed or overgiven in some kind of area. And it's telling you to let go. The more and more you can let go and withdraw, the more and more you can expand. Four of Cups is also my complainer card, or somebody here who is distracting. Now, you could be very distracted on what this person's doing, what that person's doing, and you could be very heavily critical and judgmental towards yourself of being like, well, this person's doing that. Well, this person's having fun. Why am I not having any fun? Boo-hoo, poor me, right? So we just have to watch the Five of Cups of like blaming and shaming others. Or you could be feeling this towards somebody doing this to you. Six of Swords, finding a nice balance, going forth with your plans. And the Eight of Cups, yes, emotionally detached from a person, situation, and in pursuit of that ninth cup. But I'm also getting an element of a person at a distance. You're still really thinking heavily about this person. To break a mindset about thinking about this person, because I feel like it's draining your time, money, energy, and focus. Also with what you're doing day to day, it's like a person around you wants something to be perfect, or you're trying to be perfect, but perfectly imperfect at the same time, Taurus. It's like a fear that people will walk away from you if you don't do all the work. Well, let them. So here, confrontation. I'm also getting something about a competitive market. So again, you're going online and seeing, you know, your competition, and then you kind of get in this place of in your head. So it's mind over matter. Five of Wands can also be somebody's pride and ego. Surrendering pride and ego. So Eight of Swords and Eight of Cups. Withdraw, withdraw, withdraw. I'm also getting something about withdrawals. So this could be like the booze blues. Or there's something about needing to hydrate your body. Feeling dehydrated. Something also is dehydrating you. And the Empress. Major Arcana for Libra, Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, you are this beautiful, gracious, luscious energy. But this is also about fertility, being happy. I'm getting something about a deep-rooted insecurity in your body. Letting go of a fight. Not receiving. There's something here about you having a really hard time on taking a compliment, or something here is not complimentary towards your energy. The Empress in the reverse can be somebody who is not taking good care of their health, wealth, and happiness. This is also about a situation where the crops are burning. So burning through money fast. This can also be shallowness or superficial. So something here could be very shallow or superficial in your eyes. Conflict of interest. This is also somebody who is right off their rocker. Now you could feel also that you got pulled off your path. You got pulled off your path because you were pursuing some kind of goal that wasn't in your highest interest. Okay? With the Empress is always about like nurturing oneself, self-care, self-love. There's something here about a deep-rooted insecurity on self-care. Loving harder on yourself is what's needed right now and required. Because you're kind of using escapism so that you can run away from your problems. But see, this is inflammation in the body. So this could be like overspending, overeating, overconsuming. There's some kind of imbalance also with hormones. Something here not harmonic. Fighting for a commitment, and this commitment is not worth fighting for. But you have to see that. Because something about the crabs in the bucket, like drama, feeling pissed off or angry towards some kind of investment that didn't pan out. Like the Four of Cups is like something is expired. An investment that you're trying to invest in it's expired. And then you're sitting here maybe having a little bit of a pity party, and that's okay. So this is also about crying over spilled milk. And living in the past is depression. Living in the future is worry and anxiety. That's that Eight of Swords of like, if I surrender this, what if? But I'm also getting something about feeling guilty for moving past a circumstance or a situation. This is also my blame, shame, and projector. So, you could be blaming and shaming, staying at a work element, but there's some kind of insecurity on getting yourself out of a work element, or maybe you're blaming and shaming, doom scrolling on social media, something here. Okay, so 5 of Cups. So there's something about you pursuing something more that floats your boat. So to expand past the 8 of Cups, something about escapism, using escapism so that you don't have to do something for yourself. There's heavy codependency as well. And the 3 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So the 3 of Wands is, yes, getting out of your comfort zone. This can also be a person or you has a high expectation on how they should think, act, and feel. So there's an expectation that this person should walk like you, act like you, and reciprocate like you. That's not happening here. So the more and more you give, the more and more this is an imbalance. So the 5 of Cups is, again, something from your past, but moving past the past. This is about making a new plan. Some kind of plan is not working out accordingly of your liking, and I get that. But there is an element to rise above and to expand. So something here was even too small for you, okay? So don't beat yourself up. Take the pressure off yourself. Be kind. And this 8 of Swords, to break any kind of pattern or looping thought or habit here, 8 of Swords, is 21 days. You need discipline and boundaries with your mind. Also about the words that you say to yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. Nobody ever helps me. So there's something about, again, that 5 of Cups, like nobody's coming to help me. Again, nobody is coming to save you. So you got to get off your beautiful derriere and save yourself. This is also hold out for something better. Crumbs. Something here is expired. And this could be an ex. There's a stubborn energy a little bit coming off that Empress, which is, And the 5 of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Well, you have the 5 of Cups and then the 5 of Cups. Okay, so how this person is feeling at a distance, this person feels exactly how you feel. 5 of Cups is blame, shame, guilt, and feeling a little bit remorseful towards a circumstance. 4 of Cups is withdrawn from some kind of investment. Now, I'm also getting something about your finances. Something here expired. It's well expired, well past the expiry date. I'm also getting something about a boring routine. Needing to spice up your routine, getting out of your comfort zone. But you feel guilty for doing something on going somewhere. You feel guilty about like expanding or moving or relocating. And the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. Withdrawing from a really boring partnership. 3 of Pentacles is about collaboration and teamwork, co-creating with others, co-creating with spirit. But there is something of a situation where there's an investment here, but something is distracting you from cooperating with this component, whatever this component is. Teamwork makes the dream work. Co-create with spirit. Spirit has a bigger plan. Trust in spirit. Trust that spirit has something bigger for you than where you are right now. So getting out of this 5 of Cups about living in the past of, oh, I woulda, coulda, shoulda done that. Well, you didn't. Let it go. Let it go. Surrender. Soften yourself. Be more kind to yourself. Be more empathetic towards yourself. Soothe yourself here, Taurus. Because the Empress in the blockage is somebody who's like, cortisol is really high, overeating, overindulging, like needing to be everywhere at once, a fear of missing out, escapism. You know, self-care is number one priority, and well-being. So focusing on self-care and well-being. And then you have 2 3s here. And the Lovers. See, starting to look at yourself with more gentleness and kindness. See how you're looking in the mirror? I'm also getting that song of, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could be any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make the change. Now, we cannot force a person to change, but you can want the change for yourself. This is about a change in heart and a change in union. This is your authentic truth and transparency. Being authentic. And I'm also getting something about, could be dealing with a Gemini, Scorpio, Leo. Looking at yourself with more kindness and empathy in the mirror. And I'm also getting something about you are mirroring this person. Okay, so let's just say if you are giving and giving and giving and giving into this person, it's because you have an agenda on getting something back from this person, but you're not receiving anything. Instead, the crops are like dwindled. Okay. So right here, somebody has like blown up the crops. Okay, 5 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands. Lots of turbulence here, but turbulence is really uncomfortable because you're getting ready for this change. It's about changing how you talk to yourself, and also about what you express into the world. Having more kindness and empathy, being like, yeah, I'm worthy and deserving of having a committed partner, and I'm worthy and deserving of leaning back and relaxing in this beautiful feminine energy. So you could be a lot on your masculine energy, taking a lot of action, but there's something about like softening yourself, becoming more soft. You might want to watch stuff about feminine energy. And the Magician. Major Arcana 4, Gemini, Virgo. Yeah, some kind of manifestation. There's some kind of conflict of interest in this manifestation. Or you're trying to desperately beat out the competition and manifest this person, this scenario, but it's telling you it's expired. You're bored anyways, bored with a routine, bored with a company. When the Magician is in the blockage, there's something about a goal that you are pursuing. Make sure you're really pursuing that goal because it's heartfelt. This is heartfelt. This is in your heart, right? The Lovers, the heart. Let go. And emotionally detach. And then you will see your truth. Or you will see the truth of who this individual is. The Magician in the blockage is somebody who is a master manipulator. It means this person starts, or here you, Taurus, starts arguments and fights when things don't go your way. And so when things don't go your way, right? This is an expectation. What if you drop the expectation? What happens if you like drop the expectation? And what I need, or what this 3 of Wands is telling you is, even if you whip up tears or blame and shame other people, the problem is always you. And I say that for every single person on this planet. The problem is always us. But we like to blame and shame someone because it gets us off the hook to take that accountability or responsibility. So here, you're no puppet on anybody's string. There's something here that comes with strings attached. So if you want this, it is not unconditional love. There's transactional. Something here is based on transaction. That's it. Do you want it? Nobody's coming to save you. So stop feeling guilty for doing something for yourself and getting out of your comfort zone. Is your ships coming in? No, you're getting on a ship. This is about you expanding past something that has been very disappointing. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so Taurus, with the crabs in the bucket, you are in this element of truth, authenticity, and transparency with yourself. This is your truth to detach and move forward, move on, expand your life, expand your mind. This is also a change in who you are becoming, a change in partnership, and you want something real, a real partnership, a real union. So you're getting real with yourself. Then you have somebody at a distance who could be trying to bait or hook you back into a dynamic because the karmic wheel is here. So the karmic wheel could spin in your favor depending on if you do something outside of your norm, outside of your comfort zone. And it's going to take vulnerability because it's scary, okay? This can also be something about an emotional, somebody here is very emotionally reactive, or you are. And the reason for this emotional reaction is to try to get somebody back into another karmic cycle. So you're either going to repeat another karmic cycle with this person, with this element, or you can move past it. That is free will and choice. And so that's what I always say. It's so easy just to blame and shame your boss for being stuck in a crappy job. But it's about taking responsibility and accountability and being like, wait a minute, I needed to apply to this other job. I needed to apply to that job. And I was never stuck in the first place. I just felt guilty for leaving. So you feel guilty for leaving, but then you're getting the short end of the stick. No. First light, begin a new cycle. So cycle can repeat. So you can repeat another cycle here, Taurus, or you can begin a new cycle. So start with you. Start by starting off your day, looking in the mirror and being proud of who you are. You didn't come this far to only come this far to feel stuck. Rejuvenation, rain, clear the past, heal the present. This is also being in the present moment. The present moment is where the magic lies. Rejuvenating, rain, clear and cleanse the past, but you're in the blockage of still feeling like you're at odds with a circumstance that you can't manifest. But you just have to ask yourself, is the goal I'm manifesting really for my highest good? Or am I only manifesting this person because I'm codependent and desperate and needy? You just have to be honest. I'm not saying you're doing this, but this could be somebody around you. Taking shelter. The answers are within. The answers are not external from you, they're internal. So the internal reflection, take shelter. So this is about taking a step back and getting really honest and truthful with yourself of why you want some kind of goal or why you want some kind of commitment. Or there's something about like a manifestation that you are either something about turbulence, like it's too much friction, and that's why there's too much friction where the manifestation exists. It's just the frequency. So you got to you might want to listen to Abraham Hicks to raise your vibration. Reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. So again, that taking shelter, the answers are within. So within, your vibration of who you are is going to be projected out into the universe and boomeranged back to you, okay? That is how manifestation works. This is also about how like attracts like. Father figure, makes a great dad, divine masculine, strong, and protection. Well, you do have somebody who is diligent and hardworking and loyal to you with that Knight of Pentacles. But there's something about like bored with a routine, or something about being checked out even when this person is trying to explain something to you. It's just boring. Triggered, feeling provoked, sparking emotions, and needing to respond. So, you know, if something is triggering you or bothering you, find a place where you can be neutral with the thought. Because anytime something can trigger you or bother you, that thing owns you up here. That person, that situation owns you. Looking for signs, open to spiritual guidance, willing to accept the truth, trusting your gut feelings. So this is about you willing to accept the truth, whether it is good, bad, or indifference, okay? Instead of projection of like, oh, well, you know what? They're the problem. If I didn't have to work with this colleague, then everything would be great. Well, you have free will and choice to not give this person attention, right? Awakening, opening of the heart, spiritual activation, twin flame ascension. So there is also a mirroring effect. Your person or that job situation, whatever you are thinking about, you will not have to guess this person's intentions. You will not have to ask where the relationship is going. You will not have to guess of what this person is saying. You won't have to read between the lines because they're going to be so crystal clear with you. That's how you know. Next, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. You can read about the Magician in reversed and the Empress reversed so that you can understand where I'm coming from. Moon, changes in your life. Bad, take care, enemies are working against you. Yeah, well, there is something about conflict of interest, or maybe there is a competitive market that you're in. But just because you're in a competitive market doesn't mean you have to give up on your goal. Don't give up on yourself. The only time you fail here is when you give up on yourself. That's why I said you're always the problem. Don't give up on yourself. Don't abandon yourself to make other people feel comfortable. Stop abandoning you. Vase Vase, secret admirer. Rainbow, the most difficult part of the situation is over. Yeah, and that's that Six of Swords. It's about getting past a situation. And there's something about a change in your heart here of what your heart wants and no longer lying about that. And then Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. And there is something about a goal. It feels like I'm grabbing onto this thing, I'm grabbing onto that thing, I'm going to start this project, I'm going to start that project, maybe I'll start this project, maybe I'll start on that project. But do you see that I'm not being productive? I might be being very busy, but it's not productive. So I want to pick up of, let's just say that you are wanting to create some kind of habit that you're going to walk every single day for 21 days. That's about you being disciplined and focused and stop abandoning yourself first. Meaning 21 days, you're going to stick to that task. Also, if you want like some kind of project, okay, well, let's just say that you wanted to start a YouTube channel, right? Well, yeah, there's tons of competition on there, but Taurus, you still have something quite unique to yourself that you have to bring to the table, right? So that goal every day, day in and day out, you need to be working on that to get something fertile here, right? Because something here is no longer fertile, it means it's meh, right? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how this resonates with you. Like, share, subscribe. And if you want to book a private reading with me, you can also do so in the description box below. Click on the link. It will take you to the website and you can check out the options there. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.